In the beginning, when the world was fresh and new, a paradise bloomed, brimming with life and beauty. This place was called the Garden of Eden, a perfect haven where every creature lived in harmony. And in the heart of this paradise, God placed two beings made in his own image, Adam and Eve. Adam was the first to awaken in this paradise. God formed him from the dust of the earth and breathed life into him. As Adam opened his eyes, he saw the beauty of Eden, the vibrant trees, the clear rivers, and the abundant life. Yet, as time passed, Adam began to feel a deep loneliness, for there was no one like him to share in the wonders of this world. So God caused Adam to fall into a deep sleep. From Adam's side, he took a rib and crafted it into a woman, whom Adam named Eve. She was to be his companion, equal in every way, created to share in the joys and responsibilities of life in Eden. Adam and Eve lived in bliss, wandering freely through the garden. They spoke with the animals, tasted the sweet fruits of every tree, and delighted in the natural beauty that surrounded them. They were at peace, for they knew no fear, no pain, and no sorrow. In the cool of the day, God would walk with them, and they would talk as friends, enjoying the tranquility of the perfect world they had been given. In the center of the garden stood two trees of great importance, the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God had warned Adam and Eve, saying, "You may eat the fruit of any tree, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for if you do, you will surely die." It was a simple command, one that Adam and Eve did not question, for they trusted in God's wisdom. But one day, as Eve wandered near the forbidden tree, a serpent, more cunning than any other creature, approached her. It spoke with a voice that was smooth and persuasive. "Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden?" it asked. Eve, puzzled by the serpent's question, replied, "We may eat from any tree except this one, for if we do, we will die." The serpent, however, was not easily deterred. "You will not die," it hissed. "God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like him, knowing good and evil." These words planted a seed of doubt in Eve's mind. She looked at the fruit, so beautiful, so tempting, and wondered if the serpent spoke the truth. The desire to gain wisdom and be like God overwhelmed her, and she reached out, plucking the fruit from the tree. Eve took a bite and then offered it to Adam, who, though hesitant, also ate. Immediately, their eyes were opened, but not in the way they had expected. They suddenly realized they were naked and felt a deep sense of shame. For the first time, fear and guilt entered their hearts, and they quickly sewed fig leaves together to cover themselves. As the evening breeze swept through the garden, God called out, "Adam, where are you?" Hiding among the trees, Adam replied, "I heard you and was afraid because I was naked." God knew what had happened. He asked, "Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree I commanded you not to eat from?" Adam, fearful, tried to shift the blame. "The woman you put here with me, she gave me some fruit from the tree, and I ate it." Then God turned to Eve, who also tried to deflect responsibility. "The serpent deceived me, and I ate," she said. But the truth was clear, and God pronounced judgment. To the serpent he said, "Because you have done this, you will crawl on your belly and eat dust all the days of your life." To Eve he said, "I will greatly increase your pains in childbirth. With pain you will give birth to children. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you." And to Adam he said, "Because you listened to your wife and ate from the tree, cursed is the ground because of you. Through painful toil you will eat of it all the days of your life. By the sweat of your brow you will eat your food until you return to the ground, for dust you are, and to dust you will return." The worst consequence, however, was that Adam and Eve were banished from Eden, the paradise they had once called home. An angel with a flaming sword was stationed at the entrance to the garden to guard the way to the tree of life, ensuring that they could never return. Adam and Eve, now outside of Eden, faced a harsh and unforgiving world. The ground, once so fertile, now yielded thorns and thistles. Life was no longer easy, and they had to work hard for their survival. But even in their hardship, God did not abandon them. He clothed them with garments of skin, a sign of his continued care, and watched over them as they began their new life. Though they had lost Eden, they carried with them the knowledge of good and evil, a burden, but also a gift. They knew now the weight of their choices and the consequences that came with them. But they also held on to the hope of redemption, a hope that would be passed down through generations. Narrator's voice. The story of Adam and Eve is not just a tale of loss, but one of hope. Though they fell from grace, their journey marked the beginning of humanity's long and winding path toward redemption. And so, their story continues, woven into the fabric of every life that follows.